You're going to have to take that out.
I'll take that out.
We can have no F words on martinis in a Coke closet. I don't care how drunk we get. If these walls could talk, they'd order a martini, where experiences are shaken, not staged.
Let's talk about today's martini of the episode. You have a lot to unpack here, I'm sure.
I do. Hey, did you know that there is actually a National Martini Day? Do you know what month that is in?
I have no idea. I know nothing about alcohol. I don't even drink it.
Why am I asking you that? You're right. You shouldn't know anything about that. But to all of our listeners, I'm going to tell you the National Martini Month is June. There is a specific day. I think this June it was the 20th, but it's typically around the 18th to the 22nd. So I just want everybody to know that. Put that holiday on their calendar.
Go drink up.
So today's martini is the mint conditioned chaos.
Yeah.
And that has, I put a little bit of lemonade in here with a little bit of mint as well. And the vodka that I'm using today is Grey Goose. So it is mint, a little bit of lemonade, and Grey Goose, the mint conditioned chaos, because I got a lot of chaos that we're going to talk about today.
My gosh.
Yeah. So cheers to our listeners. And hey, Aiden, look, this is our...
that looks familiar.
Okay, so here's our logo.
Uh-huh.
It is Martinis in a Coat Closet and Ideas Northwest, and I love this logo. But we purchased these, and they're like the tumblers. So if you are drinking a martini and you don't want to walk around with your glass like this because you're going to lose half of it,
okay,
we purchased these. So any of our listeners who, again, throw out, hey, I want to, have you use this type of martini in the next episode, or you engage with us, you will get this lovely gift of a martini tumbler. So cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
That's delicious.
So you've been out for about 3 weeks.
I know.
Right? You've been gone, and you have a lot to say, and you've been planning for the next couple of years. So what can you share What do you got on your menu?
Okay, on my menu. Just got back from Maui. We were gone for a couple of weeks, and then of course we jumped right back into planning for 27, 28, and 29. But I would love to share a little bit about our event that we just had in Maui, especially for our event planner friends out there, or anybody who loves to vacation in Maui. Waimea is incredible. I think I've mentioned before we were at the Grand Wailea. One of my favorite movies, Just Go With It. I say it all the time, but that was filmed there. But more importantly, the beach is over there. There's always sunshine. Prior to leaving, for like 10 days, we were looking at the weather forecast. You were in the office for this, and I would look, and I'm like, oh my God, it's supposed to rain.
It's going to be rain.
Terrible rain. And we had 2 outdoor events. So I was just freaking out. Turns out that Maui, they were talking about different parts of Maui. Waimea remained beautiful. We didn't have any rain for any of our events.
That's good.
And, the other part about this, and how I love the proximity of airports, it's only like 25 to 30 minutes from the airport. So that's not a bad drive.
That's not at all.
Drive past some cows and, a bunch of palm trees. But the hotel itself was really good. It's large. So for our planner friends out there, I would say, if you can keep, when they say run of house for a group means you can have any room in the entire hotel, make sure you tell or put it in your contract that the run of house, you want the rooms that are closest to the meeting space. And that will be helpful. The demographic that we had was fine with it, but we did, hear a couple of, some feedback of, it was just a little bit far from my room to the meeting space, and I totally get it. But, again, we get our steps in too. One of the things we did every morning is we started out offering up this sunrise, this Hawaiian tradition sunrise. Kalei would take a group out from the chapel out to the ocean in the morning to watch the sunrise. And what she would do is basically set the intentions and also say whatever's stressing you out, whatever's bothering you, just let it go into the ocean. So she would not really, it's not really a prayer, but it's more like, again, the Hawaiians really believe in, the water and the ocean. And that's, where even your spirit, when you pass, it goes into the ocean and so forth. So it was pretty, beautiful. And I think when you go to an event or a conference and it's in Hawaii, it's completely different. The feel of the, conference, how you go into the day is different. You're more present, I guess, is the best way to put it. Because that when you're done, your day is done and you get to walk outside to this beautiful, the smells, just the scenery. I mean, you can't walk anywhere on those grounds without smelling an orchid or some kind of plumeria, some beautiful flower. So love that part. And then
that is beautiful.
The Hawaiians are just kind. They're generous. They're giving. They understand the true meaning of family. And then when you get there, even though you may have only known them for like 6 months to a year, your event planners, and your hotel event management team, they treat you like family, and there's nothing better than that. Like, you can really speak true, to what's going on. Nobody's walking on eggshells, and when something does go wrong, they're chill about it. They're like, hey, well, we got this. We're fine. We'll fix it. So I love that part too.
Yeah, I do too.
Have you been?
I have not been.
Okay, you got to go.
Yeah.
So we'll take you on your 21st birthday. We'll take you.
Oh, yeah. That'd be fun.
So the other thing I wanted to tell you about our opening reception, because I'm telling you, you know what I'm doing? I'm setting you up. Because what's going to happen is when I go to my martinis in a coat closet moment, everything is going to change. So here's the fun part. All right, opening reception. We had it outside again by the chapel, in between the chapel and the ocean, right?
Yeah.
And so we have this thing called the Gus Bus. And the Gus Bus shaved ice out of an old VW bus. Really cool with surfboards on it.
You're on.
So we did these bracelets, these kukui net bracelet making stations. And the people who were helping organize, it's like they had on these, and I want to say coconut bikinis, but that just wasn't what it was. But they had on their authentic, wear. So that was fun. And then we hired this guy. His name's Akoni, Akoni. For our listeners, if you're an event planner and you have anything on Maui, you need to get Akoni. He's like this local upcountry entertainer, and he does like Hawaiian mixed with reggae. So you're also listening to like Jimmy Buffett. I mean, we had our clients who were like, play longer. And then we thought he was just going to be an acoustic killer background vibe. Oh no. People were out there dancing with him. I know.
That's good.
Acoustic guitar. So I would just highly recommend him.
Interesting.
So you got to look for Akoni when you're in Maui. And then, during the day, we had incredible speakers. If anybody needs any recommendations on speakers, we really have a good arsenal of recommendations that we can give.
That's all they talk about.
Yeah. I mean, and it could be anywhere from a speaker who's $2,500 to a speaker who's $120,000 an hour, depending on who and what it is. But sometimes those $2,500 can be as impactful as the 120s. It's really just the name.
That's true.
Right? One of our speakers, though, he was with National Geographic, and he was pretty incredible. And he wanted the room dark, like really dark.
Yeah.
So when he showed his slides, that you really felt like you were in the water with him.
Wow.
But what that did as well, and this is a great thing, and I don't know if it was a tactic, but oftentimes when people are in a meeting and you get in there at 8 o'clock, you shut the doors, by 10 o'clock you're like, I got to stand up. I could be falling asleep.
Yes.
So people will come out. Well, this day, this hour and a half that he was kind of showing and being part of, his presentation, nobody left that room. I think it was because they couldn't see. It's so dark.
Oh my gosh.
It's like I'm going to trip and fall down and skin my chin, so I'm just going to sit right here. Anyway, but any of our event planner friends, if you want to know some really incredible speaker or ideas, reach out. but during the day it was really great because we would end at noon, so people had their afternoon to go and do whatever they wanted to do. Okay, then we had our closing dinner, and this is the other thing. Here's a tip for another great tip that I found for our events. So we have this closing. It's authentic fire dancers because we're in Hawaii. It's a family-style dinner, so not a buffet. I'm not a fan of buffets, maybe some action stations, but people these days, they don't want to go stand in a line. It's just, unless you're doing a hat bar like we've talked about. They want their food quickly. So we did family style this night. And, as a matter of fact, can we post some photos of the event so people can get a feel of that on MICC? Okay. So everybody be on the lookout for that. But, we had this cultural, beautiful dinner, all the, hula dancers, Tahitian, fire. And then this client, and I commend him, he goes, hey, I know that we end at, let's say, 9, and we have a noise ordinance because we're outside. He goes, I want a DJ. And at first we're like, you go from this authentic cultural Hawaiian event, and then you want a DJ. And so we went with it.
Okay. Best
decision ever.
Really?
I think every event should end with a DJ. Because it brought that like excitement, that vibe just changed. Like everybody was so excited. And then it came to an end with the fire dancers and the rituals. And then out comes this DJ. And he turned up the music. And I swear to you, half of that 450 people, they stayed, they danced, they let loose. And they had the best time. We closed that outdoor space by the ocean down.
That is amazing.
I know. So I just want to say thank you to that client.
With that.
And we don't name names, but that was probably one of my favorite things that I really wouldn't have thought of. But now every time that we do an event, I'm going to suggest that. And people were making requests. I mean, I was hearing some songs I have not heard in probably 10 or 15 years. So that was kind of fun too. But that event, I will say, these attendees have been a big part of us for a long time. Over a decade, while we remain fresh and we try and give them, really great ideas and new experiences, we know what they like and what they don't like. So when you have somebody you've hired and been with for, over a decade, there are some of these people who come to this conference and they have been bringing their kids and their grandkids, and we've watched them kind of grow up, right? So when somebody needs something, they either go to Courtney or they come to Linda or myself, and they're like, hey, can we get this? And we're like, absolutely, we'll do whatever it takes. Or if we're out to dinner and they're like, hey, come meet my family. And that's,
I thought you said eat your family.
Yeah, come and eat my family.
That's what I was saying. Anything for you guys.
Have you been drinking? No, kidding.
No.
You can't. You're not 21. So those are the fun things that I really like, that we keep it, just making adjustments and so forth. But again, knowing this group as well as we do, we have that familiarity.
That's good. Okay. Did you have any Martini in the coat closet moments? I know you're trying to stay away from those. I know the temptations are hard.
The temptations are hard. Like I run from them. I don't want them at all. I had 2 doozies. And when I say doozies, I'm just going to just cut to the chase. I got like 50 gray hairs and lost about 5 years off my life. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Because that's just the world that we live in. And I know every event planner friend who's out there listening and hotel person is like, I get it. Okay, I'm going to do number 1. Okay. We are big on safety and security. We always meet with the hotel first. We talk about safety and security. This particular group, again, even more robust in our safety and security. And they even travel with their own security team. But I can do boots on the ground. I know what's going on. I know who's where, what, everything. And that's just how we roll, right? Nobody else, blind's eye, they can't see it. If you're walking around, you would never know who the security is, and they're either SWAT or they're, ex Secret Service, whoever it is. Okay. Off-duty police officers. Okay. Opening event that I explained to you earlier in the episode. That's the one between the chapel and the ocean, the kukui, bracelet making, the Akoni is singing, the Gus bus is going, everybody's getting
everything's living up.
Pair of, Maui gyms. It's just great, right? Things are going incredible. Food is incredible. all of a sudden I hear this vroom, vroom, vroom. I'm like, what is that? And I look up, and here's this white helicopter. And it has come, and it's hovering above our event. And I'm like, mother of pearl. Like, this is not happening. So immediately...
And you didn't order that?
No. And I'm looking around, and I'm trying to get a beat on the crowd. I'm trying to find the hotel security, what they're doing, where they're at. I'm trying to find the security that I know are with, they're actually there.
Yeah.
And I see people kind of moving, and then I'm immediately going, running towards our hotel person.
Yeah.
And watching the whole thing occur. There's nothing I can do at this point. So I'm there. People are looking up. It's so close, I can see the helicopter pilot's nostrils. And I'm thinking...
That's close.
I know, in a movie, what I'm thinking, and it scared me to death, right? Uh-huh. But other people are looking and smiling, and I'm thinking, oh, wow.
So they must think that this whole thing was planned
Part
or
of
something?
It, right.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, it's hovering, the door flies open, and this guy starts throwing things out. And I'm like, what is it? It could be a nightclub advertising, and all of this is raining down on the, the attendees.
Like
I don't even want to say. It could have been. Honestly, this is going to sound so weird. I thought it could have been condoms. I'm like, I don't know what this guy's thrown out. And I go over quickly to the table where something has landed, and you know what? It was flower petals. And I'm like, flower petals? I'm like, are they poison? I don't know, right?
Yeah.
So I then look back up at the pilot, and I see him shake his head no. And all of a sudden, this helicopter goes, vroom, and leaves as quick as it came in, right? But it hovered for minutes. It seemed like an eternity. And I look over, and this helicopter had flown down the little coast in Waimea to the Four Seasons and hovered above them. So come to find out, you know what it was? There was a wedding party at the Four Seasons getting married. They had hired this helicopter to throw all of these Hawaiian petals out of the helicopter to rain down on their guests. Well, the helicopter thought that their event was our event, stopped the Grand Wailea and let everything come out and realized he made a mistake.
What the hell?
I know.
That is bad.
It's crazy. No, you can't even. It's starting to make me sweat thinking about it again.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that helicopter pilot got a call from the wedding planner at the Four Seasons, and that person had to be losing their mind because they're unloading half of their petals on our event.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking it's somebody coming to take us all out or throwing condoms down.
Yeah.
I don't even know what's happening at that point. But it made me realize, we can plan as much as we can plan, but you never think about the airspace.
That is just crazy.
So I'm going to think about the airspace.
Has this been the first time? Ever happened to you?
First time in my life. And then I talked to the hotel. It was their first time. They said they haven't had a helicopter come that close and hover anywhere around the property for years, let alone that was a first. Anyway, those are a couple things that I share with our friends out there. I hope that there are some tidbits that they can take away, and then also feel my pain of the 2 martini in a coat closet moments. So what are we need to make sure that we get some other martinis sent in or some coat closet moments. I feel like I talk about mine, which I try to avoid, but I feel like they chase me around. Can people, how are they going to share their stories with us? How are they going to contact us?
You guys should contact us through all of our socials. We have TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube.
Yep.
Just hit us up. We're more than happy to take your request.
We are. And then you could also email me, Stacy, STACY, at IdeasNW, as in Ideas Northwest. You can also contact me that way because, again, we'd love to hear from you. If you want to be a guest, we have a special guest.
The world is a crazy place.
The world's a crazy place, but we have
special guest next episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
We won't say who it is, but we're super excited to have that person. And other than that, I think now that I'm back, we just have a lot of work to do. We are focused on the rest of 26. I'm gone half of October.
Yeah.
Lots of travel.
We have something planned for that too.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
That'll be fun.
Wow.
And then what about...
Did you plan all that yourself, though?
What do you mean?
I mean, those 3 events back to back.
Oh, I didn't mean to.
Okay.
Sometimes it just happens. I have some friends like
Okay.
Laura Daniel and Lisa Brack. Those two, they travel like maniacs. I think Laura's like over 100,000 miles. I mean, I'm not quite sure. At some point, they're just going to put her in the co-pilot seat because she's got so many miles that she's just going to be, she's going to have to have the best seat in the house. They're going to build her a seat. This is Stacy Ringer and
Aiden Sawicki.
And you've been listening to Martinis in a Coat Closet, recorded in the Ideas Northwest studios. Cheers to ideas and martinis.